I'm Mitch LeClaire, and this is my wife and I own Super Seeds. This is our farm and cattle operation. These are replacement heifers for the upcoming year. We breed strictly for the club calf business, show steers and heifers for 4-H and FFA kids. And hopefully these will go on to be the producers of some champion calves for a lot of kids down the road. We've had these heifers here on this product ever since we weaned them. We started with the starter, went to the calf candy, and then onto the 16s. Most of them are late March to April and May calves, and we started seeing them cycle about mid-December. They love the product and perform very well on it. We've actually been able to cut back our feed costs because they utilize everything they eat. They're just not as hungry. And there's some smaller heifers in here that we kept that are probably closer to June babies, but the bull's been in with them about 2 weeks, and he's been breeding them up every since we put him in. From the moment we've laid it out, we've had no problems with them going right to it. Being on this product, I've noticed that my cattle, they consume pretty much what they need, and then they move away and eat roughage or go lay down and rest. All the mineral molasses products that I've had, that was mineral, I've had cows that, shoot, I could throw the best hay I had right next to them. They wouldn't lift their head out of the tub. They'd just hog it down. And none of the other cows get any. We put it through the rain test here in the last couple of weeks. We've had 4 inches of rain or so, and the tubs didn't deteriorate at all. Didn't change the amount of consumption on them, on the cattle or anything. They still hit it about the same. Some of the oat straw forage that the cows are consuming, along with a little bit of sorghum sudan grass and some poor quality alfalfa. Most of the calves out here are bred pretty much strictly for the club calf business. Try to breed for as much natural thickness, spring and rib and muscle, and stoutness of bone as we possibly can, and maintain a really mellow disposition, which makes it a lot funner for the kids if they're fun to be around. We're running about one bull to every 30 to 35 head and getting about a 98.5% breed up on our cattle. One thing I've really noticed about my cows is how fast they're cycling back this year after they calve. So I've got some as close as 30 days they're cycling back. And the retained placenta problem on our place is basically non-existent. I've had one cow that I had to help clean this year. Other than that, they calve, they lick their calf for a little bit, and they lay down and finish cleaning, and that's it. This is the first calf heifer and her calf, a little bull calf that's probably weighing 275 right now. Her condition is still very, very good, and she's milking well. Doesn't have a huge udder on her, but she's darn sure putting some quality milk into that calf because he's performing very well. I'm very pleased to raise a calf like that for you right out of the gate, and it'll breed back for you. You're in a profit position. 209 cow right here we call Nikita. She's going to be in our embryo program. She was the Wyoming State Fair champion prospect heifer when she was a baby when we showed her. Made the championship drive in Denver and National Western. We hope she's going to be a very valuable asset to our program, and all I can contribute her tremendous body condition to is the SweetPro product that she's been on for the last year. The cows in the back of her are very active. Just tremendous amount of cycling going on in the herd right now. This is the mother of the 209 cow that we're going to put into our embryo program. She's a draft pick daughter. She's a 9-year-old cow. Still doing a phenomenal job for us year after year after year. She calved about 6 weeks ago, and as you can see, she's already been through a cycle and ready to breed up and get right back into the program. Thing I've noticed from our calves when we wean, I've always had a coccidiosis problem on my property, and this was the first year ever since I've been in the cattle business I doctored 0 cattle for coccidiosis, and the only thing I can contribute it to is the SweetPro starter and the calf candy product that the cattle were on. The Lufa Ranches bought the product. They started right out with 30% protein tubs, the magnums. because their forage was so poor. And the area that he runs his cattle in is actually called Poverty Flats, so if that would tell you anything what the ground's like. And he said for 5 years his performance has just been terrible on his cattle out there, so wind blown. And he put him on the product and was just ecstatic with what he could see for a change in his cattle in a very short time. Started putting weight on some very, very poor grass. And he's really looking forward to getting his calves on the program this fall when he weans, starting out with the starter and going to the calf candy. And I think he's going to be a customer of the product for a long, long time, for the simple fact that it saved him a lot of money on forage this year. In the 2007 show year, the cattle that we had that were on the Fresh Start product, we had 2 fat steers that went to Denver to the National Western Stock Show, and they showed respectably. And when they went to rail to have their carcass graded, with the one calf was the champion carcass and the other one was 3rd overall. The kid that had the 3rd overall had a $2,000 bonus check that he received for that carcass, which made it very lucrative for them to be able to pay their feed bills and show some profitability in the program. And it was a big feather in our hat, considering the calves were 100% homegrown and they got the Fresh Start product from us.
This bag I have in front of me, this is the Fresh Start that we mix into our feed. We mix it in that orange feeder over there.
We had one customer, a kid that bought a calf from us that had it on the Fresh Start program all the way through since he got him, and he was the grand champion at Teton County Fair in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and got a $13,000 premium for his calf in the sale there. And we had the Reserve Grand Champion Market Heifer at State Fair last year also, that was a real late-born calf that really performed well, weighed 1,280 pounds in August by the time it went to State Fair, and ended up being the Reserve Grand Champion.
What a great bowl. Yes, yes, yes.